Hello everyone, it's Chrissy here. Welcome to Mystery Stamping Saturday. How are you today? Hope everyone is having an absolutely fabulous day. I am having a great day. I had a little sleep in, which is why I'm a few minutes late. That's almost unheard of in our house. So, hope everyone has got lots of exciting things planned for the weekend. I've got the Twilight Market tomorrow at Callanvale District Park. Weather permitting, if it's storming like it was a couple of years ago, I am not going, but looks like it should be okay. Let's see who we've got watching us today and see if the technology works for us. Hi Jody, sorry, I was just about choked. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on our clues. Straighten things up a little bit. Zoom in a little bit more. Oh, that's not close. Just readjusting things a little so you can see. Oh, it's a bit crooked. Maybe my phone's crooked. Who would know? Alright. Trying to make it nice and big so people can see. Are you crafting along today, Jodie, or are you just watching? Just watching is all fine. Yeah, you're just watching. You knew. Might just be you and me this morning. I think Kim said she was coming. Hi Glenda, how are you? Are you crafting along with us today? I hope so. It's been such a busy week this week. I told my husband that I'm going to sleep when I'm dead because we just had so much stuff going on. Just trying to get that straighter. It's driving me a little bit nuts. It's crooked. I'll just zoom out just a teeny bit. If it's going to let me. No, we're stuck with it being close like that. So, yeah, I know, Jodie. What is that? No, you're just watching show today. Ah, well, that's okay. I'm hoping that you'll learn something. So, yeah. All right. I think Kim Heath was coming. I'll she sent me a message saying that she's getting ready and I can't find it. But anyway, oh, hello, you are here. Excellent. I know you're crafting along today. Are you ready, Miss Kim? And how are you? All right, let's go through our first clue, hey? We have got a coloured base card. Now, I'll be moving quickly today because I'm hosting my mum's 85th birthday afternoon tea this afternoon, and so I've got to go shopping. Hey Megan, happy Saturday morning to you. No, there's only 9 clues, Kim. Only 9 today. Alright, so this is a base card. So I've put USA measurements and Australian measurements. So the ones before the little line are Australian, and the ones after are USA measurements or imperial measurements. I'll say USA because they're about the only ones that use those. Okay, so we've got our card base. Do not score it. It's 5 3/4 by 8 inches. So basically half a sheet of A4. I did cut it down because there is some little tricky bits with it. And you'll be doing some folding. All right, the next thing you'll need is a similar coloured, a smaller coloured piece of cardstock, which is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's just a square. Didn't you read the instructions, Kim? Do not score. You've scored it already. So, yeah, 2 3/4 inches. Now you can adjust this square to whatever size you want. I'm showing you can adjust it to make it bigger, smaller. You could die cut it. If you want to change the shape after you've done it, you can do that too. Right, we're pretty casual here this morning. I don't even know if that's the right size square. Anyway, and then the next piece that I'm going to skip the designer paper first. The next piece you need is some scraps of white for stamping. You also need a smaller square. Oh, you went ahead and did what you wanted because you're a rebel. So your smaller square is whatever shape you choose is 1/4 inch smaller than your coloured cardstock. You'll also need a piece of white for the centre or vanilla. No, you can, or if you don't want to use white or vanilla, use some sort of neutral cardstock. And yeah, you're going to need this one. This is just under 1/4 of an A4 sheet. So it is, well, I've got 4 inches by 5 1/4 in US inches. So it's 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, in Australian. Okay. You will also need some designer series paper. So, when you cut it, you've got to sort of make sure your pattern lines up, alright? If it's a patterned one. Okay, so you'll need 2 pieces. I'm using the Merriam Bright, and I'm using that just for you, Megan. Now this is, I'm actually using this side. This is the first piece. Actually, the first piece here. Let me start again. You'll need one that is 2 by 5 1/2, and then another one that is 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. Okay, so you'll have 2 pieces that look like this. Mine is a little bit short of it. I'll show you how to fix that because it was the last of my pack. And then you'll need another 2 pieces that I'm just using the opposite side. Okay, so we've got those. Alrighty then. Then you'll also need your stamps, any colouring tools or ink or anything that you need, your ink pads, some liquid glue and dimensionals, your bone folder, your paper trimmer with the scoring blade, and just have my bone folder up. I didn't, but anyway, it's one of those mornings. And your Take the Pick tool. Didn't bring that upstairs either. Alright, but I'm not showing you on. So are we ready, Kim, to get started? If you've got all your clues, just type 1 and done. Alright. So Megan, you're not stamping along today. I know you don't like mystery stamping. So if you're ready, Kim, let's get started. Okay, 1 and done. Alright, so as we go through the clues, each time you finished your clue, just type 1, the number, and done. Oh, I just got up too, Megan. Lucky I prepped last night, eh? All right. I'm sure you would have enough supplies around to do it. Okay, oh, did I mention you needed a stamp set? I am using either one of these two. I haven't decided yet for mine. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, and I will show you this once it's scored, is we're going to I'll move this down. Move it down. I'll move it to the center. How's that? That makes it a little bit easier. Move that over here. Oh, let's just move that out of the way. Let's not worry about it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our big base card and we're going to score it. Everyone, no matter where you are in the world, it's going to be the first score line's going to be the same as 1 3/4 inches, and we're scoring it on the long side. Okay, whoops, I'll move out on that long side. Okay, so 1 3/4 inches, and then the second score, if you're in Australia, is basically 4 inches after that. In the US, you're going to score it at 6 inches. Okay, so let's just get this scoring done. And I haven't pre-scored it anything today. I haven't pre-made it. Well, I have pre-made one, but not the one that I want to demonstrate to you. Okay, so we're scoring it at 1 3/4 and 5 3/4. So that is, and make sure when you're scoring it that you don't accidentally use your cutting blade if you're using a stamping trimmer, because you won't be happy with the results that way. Because I almost made that mistake. Okay, so you'll get your bone folder. Now when you'll see here when you've got your scoring lines and like it's like a valley. So what you want to do is you're going to fold it the opposite way to the valley. And what that does is it just, and if you haven't scored it properly, it's going to not meet in the middle. But it's okay. What you do if it doesn't meet in the middle, if you haven't cut it properly or scored it properly, you're going to bring your scoring thing back in and just go 1/8 of an inch. See, I didn't score in the right place. And you just adjust it. And it doesn't matter if you've got a little extra score line. They just a decoration. Okay, so I just scored mine. Make sure that it's so what you want to do when it folds, and it's okay to have these little bit of extra score lines for decoration. And I still didn't get it right. I really need a coffee this morning, let me tell you, because I haven't had one. That's what the problem is, isn't it? So, number 3. And if it overlaps, you just adjust it, Kim. You'll need to trim a bit off. That's why I used the measurements. You don't want it to overlap. So that's why I said it's 8 inches. Yes, Steve definitely needs to give me a coffee ASAP. So you need to trim, Kim, if it overlaps, you need to trim it off. Okay, because you want it to be so that they're touching in the center, not overlapping. Now, some people, and you might think, well, Chrissy, it's not scored right because one side's bigger than the other. Yes, one side is bigger than the other, and that is quite okay, and that's deliberate. We want those two sides to be different. I know the US measurements are right because I have made that about 50 times. All right, so once you've done that, you type clue 2 and done. Now the purpose of mystery stamping is to get you to use your stash. All right, so we're going to go on to clue number 3. Now, if you're stamping along at home live and you're typing in you've done a clue, make sure you put the number next to it, because when I'm going through the comments, sometimes it doesn't come up at the right time. All right, so we're going to grab our designer series paper. Now mine, as I said before, my bits are a little bit, one of my bits is a bit shorter. So I've come up with a little fix for that. So you've got your designer series paper. You're going to do the smaller one on the left side, okay? And the bigger one on the right side. And you want your pattern to line up. Now, you may need to trim your paper if you've had to do some adjusting, okay? And that's quite all right too. Or if you cut it at 2 o'clock in the morning and didn't cut it right. Okay, so you've got your larger and your smaller panel. Okay. So, yeah, it's not good me doing this stuff before coffee, let me tell you. And there should be a border all the way around it. And if there's not, you just trim your paper. So what is everybody doing today? After this, I've got to make a dash to Costco, and I've got to tidy the house, and I've got to finish my market prep. Market prep is a little behind, just a little, and hey, doesn't matter. Okay, so once you've done clue number 3, type 3 and done. So you see, you've got a nice board around it. Now, sometimes when I give you measurements, I give it to you a little bit bigger than what you actually need, because I want for you to have some wriggle room just in case. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Okay. So when you've done clue number 3, what am I getting at Costco? I am getting some sandwiches and some lamb chops, and getting some prices for some things that I can't tell you about right now. Okay. No, number 3 and done. So we're going to turn that we're going to do clue number 4. Now, if anyone else has come in late and you need to do some catch up, just let me know and I can go back to those clues for you. And so I'm loving the Costco lamb chops, so they are one of my favourite things. So clue number 4 is a similar thing. You're opening up your card and doing the same thing with the pattern paper on the inside. So you might need to do a little adjusting. And as I'm making this, I'm changing the way I've done it previously. And I've actually got 3 of these cards partially made. So you might see that mine ends up a little bit different. Yeah, it is afternoon tea at my house, Jodie. Yes. I'm really looking forward to it. because I love having my family here. And yeah, I'm really, I can't wait to see my mum and my sister. Like, I was very disappointed. Mum decided that having the cleaning lady come on Saturday was more important than, oh sorry, on her birthday was more important than going to lunch with my sister and I thought that was a bit rude, but it was actually very grateful in the end, because she allowed me some time to do other things that I needed to get done. Because I'm doing a training course and I had to do a 90-second pitch on what I am on one of my favourite Stampin' Up products. So that was really hard, because yeah, I didn't know I had to do it until the day before, and yeah, I think I did okay. I like doing stuff at the last minute to challenge myself, you know. None of this being really well prepared business. That's just boring, isn't it? Yeah. All right, if you've done clue number 4, I'll turn the page. We're going to go on to clue number 5. Now, this is a nice easy step, but before you stick this in, if you wanted to decorate the piece of, or vanilla piece of cardstock, you can do that before you stick it into your card. Okay? Now, if you're watching this and you've got some crafty friends that you think might be interested, please share while this is while we're live, so your friends get the benefit of it too, because I'd like to share these mystery stampings with any of my crafty friends, because it's free and it gives them some ideas of how to use the craft stash. And it doesn't cost anything it's a really easy way to support a small business, and it doesn't cost anything. So, and it's not asking anyone to buy anything, it's just asking you to share. And it's funny how people don't share things. I share everything. Okay, the cardstock is, Kim, your biggest piece. That's just under 3/4 of an inch. I'm showing you, but yeah, 3/4 of a cardstock sheet, A4 sheet, which is approximately, I'll say approximately 3 3/4 by 5.5, and it goes inside. Oh, excuse me. All right. So when you've done clue number 5, just type 5 and done. And if any of my friends who are watching, who are part of Chrissy's creative eclectic group, if someone wouldn't mind sharing it with that group, that'd be really great. I didn't get that far this morning. Yeah, and if you're watching this on YouTube, because I upload all my videos to YouTube, make sure you leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the mystery stamping card. Okay. All right, when you've done number 5, just type 5 and done. I've been chatting away, so I was giving people time to perhaps stamp. Okay, clue number 6, let's move that up so that you can see it a bit better. Let's move it there. Move down a little bit. It's hard when you're zoomed in to see where you're supposed to be. So now's your time. You're going to set that card aside, and now's your time to do some serious decorating. Alright, so you're going to decorate your vanilla or white square, whatever it is that you're using. Now, if you wanted to be really fancy, you could have die cut that square with, you know, with a stitched, to make it a stitch square or something like that. Ooh. That's interesting. And what I want to say to you is when you're using baby wipes, that square, Kim, was on the front page. That was 2.5 by 2.5 inches. Okay. When you are creating, don't put in using baby wipes. Don't actually let your baby wipes lean out of your pack and then onto your card, because look what happens. Right? So be careful with those baby wipes. They can make a bit of a mess of things for you. Okay. Right. Luckily, that's not the card I was going to use this morning, because that's in US measurements. All right. So what I did with mine is I used the same colour ink as with my card base as I did with using my sentiment, and I'm not doing a whole lot of fancy decorating. I'm just doing the basics this morning, but some mornings that's all you can manage. Now the stamps that I'm using for this particular one is called Christmas Classics, and that Deck the Halls and the Peace on Earth, they fit really nicely with your in that square. Okay. Now once you've done clue number 6, just type 6 and done. Now you might want to decorate it and go all out. I'm keeping my card pretty plain today because I don't want to mess it up, because that would be just a little bit embarrassing. Okay, the tablet, on the tablet, so you can do comments. Hi Glenda, how are you? Oh, you're crafting today, I believe. Are you crafting along with us though? I know you've got plans to spend some crafty times with friends, but are you crafting with us this morning? You're trying to. Oh, okay. Well, are you up to clue number 6, Glenda? And do you have any questions? I'd love to hear your questions if you've got them. Now, if you were being really fancy and doing all sorts of die cutting, this is the step that takes the longest time. Yes, no questions. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Makes my heart happy when people don't have any questions, and that means I've obviously written the clues well enough for you to follow the clues. All right, when you've done number 6, just try 6 and done. I like this card because it's just a little variation of the normal gatefold card. And when you put things a little bit off center, you haven't got a sentiment. Are you stamping a sentiment, Kim, or not? It's always nice to have a little sentiment somewhere. Oh, you've done number 6 too. I'm the one that's holding up the works this morning. I'm a bit slow. I am stamping 3 lots of sentiments though. So you have 3 different examples to look at. So just bear with me for 30 seconds and we'll move on to clue number 7. Okay. Oh, you're hoping to see Kim's card. Ah. Okay. Clue number 7. You're going to layer that stamped piece onto your smaller coloured piece of cardstock, which should be 1/4 of an inch bigger than the other one, than the white one. Okay, so that probably answers your question that someone will always ask is, what size is that cardstock? Well, we know that it's 1/4 of an inch difference. Okay. No pressure. Of course there's no pressure, Kimmy. Not at all. We love you. Yeah. I had a lovely day earlier this week. I had Kimmy drop by and we had Glenda drop by and I had Fiona drop by. It was like Queen Street, really. And my husband said, no wonder you never get anything done. That was after I had that was after I had cleaned the house and cleaned our bathroom. So yes, I didn't get anything done. All right, when you've done number 7, type 7 and done. So you can attach them with dimensionals. Make sure you're attaching it to the right piece. And you know, when you're using die cuts, it's always important to look to see if your die cut has got some beveled edges, or like if you're using like a square die cut, for example. So the one that goes with either of these 2 stamp sets, because they've got some beveled edges, and make sure you're stamped on the right side of that, because you might have to redo it if you haven't. All right, so let's move on to clue number 8. That was a nice easy clue, that number 7. And you're going to, on the back of your cardstock square, which you've just laid, you're just going to do the left side, okay? So if you're flipping it that way, right, the left side, okay? Because if you do the right side, it's going to, now you might choose not to use glue on, you might use not to use dimensionals, you might choose to use glue instead, and that's quite okay. Just make sure that you only put it on the left side. So when you've done number 7 or number 8, just let me know. Then we'll move on to clue number 9. And I bet no one will know what clue number 9 is. Jody, you want to hazard a guess? Anyone want to guess? Glenda L, can you guess what clue number 9 is? Glenda's done clue number 8. Chrissy's fallen behind with clue number 8. That's right. Because I'm doing 3, remember? Bling, yes, it's bling. It's bling. So, Glenda and Kim, are we up? Have you both done number 8? Glenda's done number 8. Kim, have you finished step 8? It just gives me an opportunity to know that we're all travelling at the same pace, because I don't like anyone to be left behind. And look, if something doesn't work, you can always go rogue, which you'll see I have definitely done with my card. Oh, well, when you stuff something up. Okay, and I didn't bring any bling upstairs with me. That's odd. Alright, well, I did, but not the one that I wanted to use. Alright, so let's do number 9, and oops, that's a bit crooked, and we've got a rogue dimensional. So add as much or as little bling as you like. I made a card yesterday, and I used a die cut, which from the Christmas gifting kit, I think it was. And anyway, there was a Christmas tree that was die cut, that was pressed out of the tags. And anyway, I used this what do you call the die cut, and I put something like 30 festive adhesive back pearls on it, because I went just a little bit crazy, because it needed some sparkle. So whoever gets that little card will end up having bling all over them. Alright, so once you've finished blinging it up, just type done, and I should have caught up by then with my 3 cards. And now this is one that you can make a lot of very quickly, like just do it in stages. So do what we call batch card making. Sorry, I'm sounding a bit snuffly this morning. I didn't dust the study, so that might be why I sound like I got a cold. So Kim's done number 9. Yep, 30, Jody. I think it was actually 27, because it wouldn't have been 30, because you know, odd numbers. But yeah. Now, 9, you've been writing clues since number 5 because you... Oh, I'll send it to you, Glenda. You didn't choose a stamp set. Remind you to tell you the dusting story. That sounds intriguing. That sounds very intriguing, Kim. I want to hear that story. Okay. Now, just check that your card opens properly, right? That you've got your dimensionals in the right place and you haven't accidentally stuck the back of your card, that little square on your card, you haven't stuck that in the wrong place so that it doesn't open. Just ask me how I know. No, don't ask me. Don't ask me how I know that. Right, I just dropped my card. All right. How can you drop the card and not find it? It's just there. All right, I shall show you the first one. So I've gone a little bit different, and I will have to go through and finish doing my what do you call those things? Go through and finish taking out all the little die cut pieces. Shall I show you the first one? No, I might show you the second one that I made first. That sounds odd, but trust me. All right, give me 30 more seconds. And you know, you can flip this round when you make it. So if you prefer the wider piece to be on the left hand side, you can change it up. Okay. I'm just finishing my third card and I will be right with you. So what's everyone doing today? Megan, what are you up to? Obviously you're gonna get out of your pajamas soon since you just woke up. I know, dusting, yeah, I know. I used to be obsessed with dusting, and so every day I would vacuum the floor, sweep the floor, dust every single day. So when you're working full time and you have a family, that's a little bit hard to keep up with that. So, but then I had a shoulder injury and I couldn't do that. So I said to my family, well, you've got to, always sweep the kitchen floor every night before I went to bed. Like, that was just so ingrained. And anyway, I, just a bit of a story, I hurt my shoulder at work. And so I couldn't do those things every day. I actually couldn't even turn on a tap. That's how bad my injury was. So we had to, I had to negotiate with my husband and workers' comp to get a cleaning lady, but they would only pay for the cleaning lady to come once a fortnight. But those, that stuff used to, like, those chores, I would just be so stressed because our house wouldn't have been dusted, and it wouldn't. So even now when people come over, I always make sure that the floors are, well, try and make sure, unless they're crafty friends who understand that my house will have little bits of paper everywhere, little dimensional backings everywhere, and they're okay with that because it makes them feel better that their house is like that too. But you know, it used to do my head in. And this cleaning lady, she was awesome. She would come once a fortnight, and like, it made life so much easier. And I miss her dreadfully. I was so sad when I couldn't afford to have her come anymore. But having someone just to come once a fortnight and do the bathrooms and do everything that you need to get done so that you can spend more time with your family is a great investment. I would recommend it to anyone. All right, let's have a look at my first card. Oh, no, this is not the card that you think I'm going to show you. So our mystery is solved, I think. I don't think there's any more clues. So it does make you feel better, Kim. I'm glad I could help. So this is my first card. Okay, so this is made with the St. Nicholas paper, which is an online exclusive. Online exclusive. I keep going to call them online extras because Stampin' Up used to have, for demonstrators, a little, yeah. So, and see what I mean about the baby wipe. See what happens? But it didn't do it there. It just somehow managed to miss the front, but get the inside. So I can cover that up. That's okay. It's beautiful paper. I love it. Love, love, love. So this is my second one. He's missing some little bits of bling. So we'll just pop another 3 bits of bling in the corner there. Okay. So this is the American measurements. And so I'm gonna, what I am going to do with this one is, yes, I'm going to replace this bit in the front, but I'm going to get my blending brush and put more swatches of red on it to make it look like that little splotch was supposed to. So that's what happens with baby wipes if you leave them on your card. So you'll see the difference between the American card and the Australian cards. The American cards are wider. Hang on. Can I zoom out? I don't know that I can. Let me see if I can. I could zoom in. I could zoom out. No, let me zoom out. The American cards are wider and shorter, and the Australian cards are tall and thin. And then this is the other card that I made. And this is completely same design, but look at how different they are. I'll move them down a little bit. Completely different look. So I've used a die cut behind that one. I used a stitch die on here. Oh yeah, your husband just made you breakfast. Anything good? So I used the stitch. This is from the Stylish Shapes. This one here is from the Christmas Classics bundle. It's got a little die cut. See this die cut here and that one. So they're from that. And that's what the sentiment is from, that bundle. So it just looks a little bit different. And see, I said my paper was a bit shorter, so I've just cut that down. And I've used a fa la 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 on the inside because I wanted it to be the same. I meant to do the other side, but then, and why not change it up? That's what happens when you aren't awake and you put glue on the wrong side. So they are my 3 different cards. All right, so what do we think? Do we think that we could use those 3 cards again? Oh, you're having eggs on toast. It's so versatile. Yes, it is, Kim. Incredibly versatile. We're going to fix these ones up. Just really disappointed about that. And look at that. So I made these 2 last night up to the stamping on the, well, early hours of this morning, the stamping on them. And I'm actually on the back of this one, I'm going to put, because it went all the way through, I'm going to put a piece of red. I don't know if you can see how that is. So it's a gatefold, but with a little bit of it's an offset gatefold, I think that's what they call it. Yeah. And I can fix them, Kim, because I'm put all that work into it. I'm not going to waste it. That would be just too sad. All right, so that's it from me. If you're over at Callum Way tomorrow afternoon, there's a twilight market at the Callum District Park, and if it's not pouring rain, I will be there. And I will be selling raffle tickets for our charity craft night, which craft night is next Friday night on the 8th of December. And we've got heaps of prizes. We've got some gorgeous Christmas trees from Precious One Gifts. We've got some beautiful honey. We've got candles from Pope Street Social. We've got cookies from Cookies by Sam. A surprise gift, I don't know what it is, from Buttermeat Sugar, and also from the Lemon Lime Twist Cafe. So that will be interesting. I'm picking those up during the week, so I can't show you. I've got a prize from Thermomix, Malou, who's a Thermomix consultant. So there's lots of really great little small businesses that have donated things. Also from Shauna and Jan, they've both made handmade things for the raffle. So there, that's awesome. So hopefully we can see you at the card making night for charity next Friday night. We originally were saying you had to book, but if you just let us know, you had to book and pay beforehand, but if you let us know you're coming, we can make sure we've got a kit for you, and you can pay on the night. And yes, that's it from me. Have a fabulous weekend, and thank you, Megan. Yes, I'll have a great time with my mum. And yes, I want to see you post your cards in the comments, because I love to see what you create. And when I fix these, I will take a photo and post them too. Until next time, happy creating.